This video is about table styles within Civil 3D. Almost any Civil 3D object can have a table associated with it to gather information from the actual objects. Like label styles, if you remember back, we can pull off northings, eastings, slopes, lengths, materials, etc. from the pipes and put them in an easy to read table. So instead of a label, we're going to be putting them into tables. Now, within your Prospector tab, so here's Prospector, where all the items are saved. Under Settings, we're going to expand Pipe and Table Styles, and then Structure and Table Styles. So we'll be building a pipe table style and a structure table style. So let's start off with the pipe table styles. I'm going to right-click New, and as you see, I already have a sanitary, storm, and water. We'll just name this Sanitary Table Style. I'm going to click on Data Properties. Now I want to sort the data in column 1, so I want it in alphabetical order based on column 1. I'm going to delete the boxes that are in here and we're going to add our own. So double click on the actual heading. So let me do that again. Where it says pipe table, if you double click, we can type sanitary pipe table. That's how you edit the headings. You can also double click on these. So pipe name, I'm just going to leave this one the way it is. We'd like to know the pipe name. So we'll leave that as it is. We'll click the plus button. We're going to add a second column. So let's get the pipe start northing. 0.001 added in. We'll click OK. We'll name this Start Northing. Expand this box a little bit. Add in another one. We'll name it Start Easting. And we're going to add the pipe start easting into it. 0.001. And then if you resize the window, they shrink down. We're going to add a third box in, the start elevation. And then we'll start invert elevation. So far we built a label style that shows our pipe name, the northing, easting elevation. Let's add in the end easting or northing, easting, and elevation. So I'll just add in 3 boxes now, and then resize the window. So end northing, end easting, and the end elevation. So just double click in the box below, pipe end northing, 3 decimals, pipe end easting, and again 3 decimals, end invert elevation. So now we've created a pipe style, or a pipe table style, sorry, that has the name, the northing, the easting, the elevation of the start, the northing, easting, and elevation of the end. Now there's a few things in here we need to change. The title, we're going to make 3 mil text. The header we'll set to 2.5, and the data style or data text we'll set to 2.5 millimeters as well. Under the display tab, we're going to change the layer to C-table. And the colors. So the border, the separators, the dividers, I'm just all going to switch to color 1. We don't want to show any fill behind it, or if we do, we want color 255. Now color 255 prints white, so effectively it hides the items behind it. And the text, just make a consistent color too. It's easier to read. So we've set up our pipe table. Let's click OK. Let's insert it into Civil 3D and see what it looks like. So I'm going to go back to Model Space. I'm going to go to the Pipes drop down, Add Tables. I want to add a pipe table. So I'm going to choose my sanitary table style. It's going to the layer C table. I'm going to select my sanitary network. And I'm just going to do 50 rows. Now you'll have to adjust these to fit it on your page. Tile tables, I'll just tile it across. And behavior, I'm going to make it dynamic. So what dynamic means is if I change a pipe, this table will automatically update. So I'm going to click OK. And I'm going to insert it. And apparently there's a little bit of a hatching problem. So I'm just going to go turn the hatching off on this. So to do that, select your table, right click, edit table style. I'm going to go into the display, and I'm just going to turn all the fills off. So that's a little easier to see. Now we can center all these in here, and we can rearrange it. We can add to it on the go. So let's add a another column at the very end here. So right click, edit. Under the data properties, I'll shrink that down, add another tab, and let's go find another item to add in here. So let's add the pipe bearing. So that's the direction that it's flowing along. We're going to do DMS with no spaces. Measurement types, north azimuths. Precision, we'll just go straight to 1 second. And round normal, we'll add it in. So now to get this centered, we have to go into the Format tab and center it. So click OK. And I'll just do a couple of these to show you. So I've done 3 of them. If I hit apply, it dynamically updates. Now we didn't add a title in, but you can just double click. These are actually azimuths. And that is how you build a sanitary pipe table. Now, any option you can pull off the pipes, you can add into the table. So now let's go into structure tables. So down below I have, under structure, table styles, I have a sanitary, a storm, and a water. So let's right click on table styles under the structure and go new. Same dialog box as before. We can just pull different information from this one. So I'm going to name a sanitary structure table. I already have a sanitary in there. Under the data properties, again, we're going to sort by column 1. Let's switch these to match what we typed in the previous box, 3, 2.5, and 2.5. And right now, the only 2 items in this table pre-built are your structure name and your structure details. So we're going to delete structure details, and we're going to leave the structure name in there. Let's add a pick box in. And this dialog box is a little bit different for your components. The name, we'll name it after we select what we want to put in. So let's go see what we can add in. Let's put in reference surface name. So this is going to tell us the name of the surface that it's attached to. So click OK. Name it surface. Justification, we'll just center these. Double click on here. We'll name this surface. So the previous one, you're just naming the input reference. Let's add another one in. Let's go find out what else is in here. Connected pipes. Yeah, let's know how many connected pipes are there. So I'm going to add it in, and again, delete the structure text. You can change the justification. No, you can't change it through there. So number of pipes. We'll center it. Name this. Number of pipes. Let's add one more in. Let's add rim to sump height so we know how deep the actual manhole is. So go OK. Manhole height. Center it. So we're going to name this manhole height as well. Under the display tab, again, these have to be set up every time you make a style. We're going to C-table. My borders and dividers, I'm going to make color 1. My fill, I'm just going to turn off, but also make a color 255. And my text, I'm going to make a color 2. I'm going to click OK. So let's add this table in. Pipes, add tables, add a structure table. We can select it from our list, sanitary structure table. Layer, C-table. Network, it's reading off the sanitary network. I'm going to go 50 lines again, and I want it dynamic. So we'll click OK, and we'll insert it. So if you take a look at this sanitary manhole 4 of mine, this is the surface it's being built off of. This is the number of pipes connected to it, and this is the total depth of the manhole. So I have sanitary, storm, and water table styles. Those will all have to be built within your drawing. And that is table styles.